We are not where we're supposed to be. I mean, you aren't. I haven't started. I am already thirsty. This is not good. This is not gonna go well. Yeah. Yes. Yep, we are talking about the RTX 30 series graphics cards that dropped fairly recently. Forget when, but it was fairly recently. That have some pretty insane power compared to the last gen not hard drives, graphics cards. Yeah. All right. Um well, there's in the GeForce RTX 3090, which is the highest one that's currently released, there is 24 gigabytes of a DDR6X RAM, which is just insane. Like that's serious. I currently have 6 in my inside my 2060, which is just which is just insane. Um and it takes a PCI Express Gen 4 and allows and it also uses the second gen ray tracing cores across the board for the 3090, 3080, and 3070. So, so for it, yep. All of them come with three HDMI 2.1s, and a singular DisplayPort 1.4a. So it supports up to 4 monitors. All of them going up to 7680 by 4320, which is just that's just who that's what like 4K. I yeah, that's why. Yeah, not too sure why. Um, I guess that's just something that they're saving for later. Um, yeah, right. um, and he's yeah, it's yeah. And they're actually at a really, really, really nice price. Whenever I got my 2060, I paid about this. With the RTX 3070 coming in at almost $500. It's $499. The 3080 coming at $699, and the 3090 coming in at $1,499. Little steep, but if you're into that kind of gaming and have the cash to toss out, I would definitely do it. Oh, that's what I never did. All right. I never faded out. I never faded out our music. I'm like, yeah, yeah. We're doing this full live, full every hiccup, every fail, everything. So yeah. This is going so well, guys. So well. Yeah. All right. So, for the Xbox Series S, we do actually have true 4K gaming, which that's awesome. Xbox finally kind of catching up. I believe the Xbox One X did have 4K gaming, as well, and these now do have up to 120 FPS, which goes, yes, yep, yep. It does go. It can go up to a up to an 8K HDR, which is, yeah, right. Moving that just over there so that doesn't get in the way. Um, uh, as well as the Series X has 12 teraflops of processing power, which is just cool. Um, coming power. um, yeah. Um, which is just a unit of just computing speed. That's basically what it is. I have a Discord message from someone. Ooh. This just in. It was nothing. Yep, it was a fluke. Um, yep. As well as the 3D Saptial sound, and also rocks a 12. Man, I cannot read today. A 1 terabyte SSD, as well as you can purchase extra a 1 terabyte Seagate storage expansion. And that applies for the Series X and S. Oh yeah. Um, Xbox Series X. Yeah. Um, which they're which overall, as they have been in inside of our previous gen consoles, they're pretty neck and neck power wise. I personally don't think that there's like a huge difference other than brand superiority or anything. Um, but but yeah, that's like yeah, it's awesome. Sorry, I'm so a little hectic. Yeah, yeah, building. Yeah, not yet. We don't. Yep, it'll just take off thousands of subs on Twitch, thousands of subs on YouTube. Everything's just great. And I am trying to check up on both of our chats, so if you guys would like to say anything, go ahead and drop that in there if you'd like. So sorry, as you were saying, sharing and also the more we can bring you tech wise and more like information from a maybe even some hands on stuff. Oh, that would be awesome to do, man. All right. That's not an awful price for new console. They might have been, but yeah. And I believe that the One X, I'm actually gonna Google this. The cost at launch. Um, the Xbox. Okay, so yeah, that's for the Series X. So yeah, and the Xbox One X came in at 499 as well. Why? Who? So what? You said it was like what? Like you said it was like what? Like 10K or something? with the 24 karat gold, dude, that does. Oh, I'm being yelled at for using an ad blocker. Go away, dude. Pre-order. The pre-order phase for truly exquisite gold-plated PS5 is opening at 3 p.m. BST. Unlike Sony, there's an actual price tag of £8,000. Yeah, pounds. That's like $10,500. Why? That's why. Why? You don't hear Zach? Ooh, that's not good. Worded. Zach, can you talk for me? No audio from him, but I hear you. Oh, I have a feeling I know why.
How long have I had no audio?
I don't know. Okay, can you hear him now?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I figured out. There. Okay, that's embarrassing. Thank you, Worded. I forgot to enable multi-audio channel stuff inside the stream. So then it just failed. Luckily, we've only been going for, what, 18 minutes? Okay, that's fine. Oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing. Oops.
So nothing I've said we've been able to hear. Anyone's been able to hear.
So should we just like, you're gonna hope when I don't feel bad it happens. Okay, so should we just like restart that entire thing about price and stuff?
We probably should.
We probably should.
For all of you listening out there, we will repost the recording. Yeah, we will repost the recording, and if for those of you interested enough to re-listen.
That's not good. 1 moment, please. The recording's just derping. Everything's derping. Help. It's okay. I will grab it from Twitch. It's okay. Continuing on.
Okay, so we'll go back the pricing.
Yes, price.
And we'll give it the crash course. We won't have to give it the whole spiel this time. Give it the crash course. Each one has two. So each one has two consoles each. Xbox Series X is at $499. I think in its digital version, what I'm finding is at $249. That's
not bad. That's seriously not a bad price.
Really low. I will have to say I did not have enough time to research that. This Xbox Series S, which is the small, it's like basically I'm comparing it to a small form factor Dell PC.
Yeah, which that also does not have a disk drive. I did see.
Yeah, so yes, that's the digital download only version of that. PS5's digital only. You don't lose any. Doesn't change in size. You don't lose any of the processing powers or anything. You lose no other specs other than the disk drive, and that's at $399.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and PS5's one with the disk drive we're running at $499.
Consoles are expensive, man.
Yeah, wait till we get into your PCs.
I know, right? Dude, so PCs are super expensive to start, so much cheaper long run. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, I don't disagree. at all.
Where were we?
I say the sound not being there threw me off.
Yeah, right. Because
I think we're back on
features. So yeah, I think we're.
Are we at the services?
Yep.
Services.
Yep, services, okay. And also almost $11,000 for a gold-plated PlayStation. Why? It's gonna be out of date in like 3 years.
Right.
So why?
It's not. So, all right. So I'm going to start before I get into the paid services. Just a couple exclusives per each one. So PlayStation obviously has the Spider-Man game that you cannot actually play on Xbox or PC. I don't know, that kind of tears you apart inside, doesn't
I
it?
know it does. I love all things movies and stuff, and not being able to play that is just so sad. I'm very sad about that.
The Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man game for PS4
That
was phenomenal.
Yeah, very amazing game.
So
I will give this to PlayStation. They have phenomenal exclusives.
yeah, so guys that want PlayStation expect Spider-Man, the Miles Morales story. And I'm excited for it. It's going to be awesome. I'm PlayStation all the way. You can't do anything to change my.
PC's better though. It's cheaper in the long run. Your tech's gonna date longer.
Man, you've probably never even seen a PlayStation 1, man. I was born into it. So
okay, go away. We cannot account age into this whole thing. We can't do that. Okay, go away.
So yeah, so I've been the PlayStation guy all my life.
I mean,
born and raised in it.
Yeah, my first gaming experience, I think, was on a. Yeah, it was on a Xbox original. It was the Halo. I don't even know which Halo it was, but it was a Halo campaign that I could never beat because me and my friend were absolutely trash because we were like 6.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember those days. So a couple.
Sit on his bunk beds.
So a couple other PlayStation exclusives: Horizon 2, Forbidden West, and Gran Turismo 7. And I played like some of the first 2 Gran Turismos and haven't actually gotten back into them ever since.
Oh, okay, that's back.
Okay.
Just our image just disappeared.
So then going over to the Xbox exclusives, we've got Halo Infinite, Senua Saga, Hellblade 2, Forza Motorsport 8, and then State of Decay 3. Those are some.
State of Decay? Is that coming to PC as well? And is Halo Infinite coming to PC?
No, it just says Xbox exclusive game.
Okay, it could be a Xbox Game Pass for PC thing.
You're getting into my subscriptions.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
So Forza, I enjoy. I did play Forza at my friend's house quite a lot, and I
awesome.
Enjoy Forza. Nice little racing game. Nothing beats Need for Speed Underground though. Going way back.
That dude, I used to play Need for Speed Most Wanted and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Those were my 2 games.
Those when they started. That's when they started. Me personally, that's when they started going downhill. They just weren't the same.
I definitely agree. I would stay inside a Hughes Park, just jump in cars. I don't know why. I was like 4 or 5 at the time. I might have been a little bit older than that. I was fairly young, jumping cars, having a lot of fun for no reason.
All right. Well, now that you kind of kickstarted me into the subscriptions,
I'm sorry.
Xbox Live I don't believe is going to be a thing anymore. I think it's the Ultimate Game Pass or the Xbox or the Microsoft Game Pass.
Right, makes sense.
So that's your you can stream the games to your PC, your phone, and that gives you your online playing capabilities as well.
Because
The price on that is rolling in at $15 a month.
all right, that ain't bad.
And then so rolling into the PS5. So here's where PS5 is, or the PlayStation is kind of lagging behind here. PS5. Oh, where'd it go? I just had it. PlayStation Now is what is.
All right.
Yeah, PlayStation Now is the subscription service for Sony and PlayStation for your online services, and you can also stream it to PC. Phone or tablet.
All right. So pretty much what the Xbox Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate can do.
Yep, just minus the phone and tablet. Now I know with the PS4, I could do. Where's my folder here on my phone? I could do PS4 remote play. If my PlayStation was on at home, and I was, I'm sitting here at a hotel, and I think actually my PlayStation might still be on. I have to go through and connect the Wi-Fi and everything on my phone. I want to go through all that.
Yeah.
But if my PlayStation was on at home, I could be somewhere remote and jump on and control my PlayStation from my phone and use my phone. And actually, PlayStation's remotes or controllers can Bluetooth to.
Nice.
So that's what we've got on the subscriptions and paid services, along with the exclusive games. So, everybody, come join me on the dark side of the PlayStation world.
No, go away.
We'll play Spider-Man together.
PC better, dude. I bet I can find an emulator for PS5. I bet I can do it.
That's cheating.
No, it's not. It's called using the PC Master Race's capabilities to play anything, anywhere. That's what I'm calling it. That is exactly what I'm calling it, okay? You cannot disagree with me.
I disagree with you quite often.
I know that you do. Because we practically work together. Basically.
And if you guys want to check out our weekly work other than the podcast, Jesus Alive Ministries on Facebook, or go to the website jam.church.
Which is right below the YouTube and Twitter thing. That's where I was at till about 2:00 in the morning yesterday.
Yeah, we got a new piece of hot tech in there. We'll talk about it another day once we figure it out.
Because we're still barely figuring it out.
Yeah, kind of going in with our. Hold on, my battery's about. I thought I plugged it in.
Oh, that's not good.
We are all kinds of a mess tonight, Jake.
I know we are, dude. This is seriously not good.
No, we need to clean it up for next week.
Yeah,
it's been a long week. I've had 3 days and 3 mentally exhausting days in a row training people and fixing things in the software world. So it is.
So basically, you're doing your job pretty much. So you're doing your job, right?
Yes, yeah.
But job life stressful.
Doing my job in the higher intensity environment than I'm normally used to.
Ooh, fun.
So yeah, it was fun. People were great.
Good, man.
A lot of things done, but yeah, it was just 3 mentally exhausting days. So Jake, I think you got one more question.
I have like 1.5 more topics, because I do want to touch on the controllers of our new consoles, because they are pretty cool.
The Xbox controller hasn't changed in 15 years.
That's not true. You can just go away with that kind of talk, okay? It has most definitely changed.
Okay. I mean,
Okay,
it's
so we have about 30 more minutes or so. Um, and I'd like to talk about our stuff. With one thing being the textured grips of our controllers, which is just awesome. I think that that's going to work really, really well, especially if any of you play Siege and you're in a 1v5. You finger
are
slam,
those
dude.
are those on both controllers? Texture.
Uh, on
Which
this is for our Xbox.
Xbox?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. Sorry, I meant to say we're going to talk about Xbox first because Xbox is better. Oh, the it's a great, sweet. Thank you, Worded. You are very awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Which is awesome. I definitely think it's gonna be a very, very welcome addition, as well as the share button. I think that might have been. I think that's as well on the PlayStation.
It was on the last controller.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've had that for a while. Lucky. Um, as well as as well as our full circle D-pad, which is awesome. Which they carried that over from our Xbox Pro controllers, I think is what they were called. Which it was 4 paddles and the circle thing. So that's that there. Now moving on to our PlayStation stuff. It does have a mic on the back of the controller seen there. As well as a mute button there. As well as a share button, or I believe they renamed it a create button, which is there right above your D-pad. You call it D-pad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And it can also be charged using a charging dock or a USB-C cable, which is just that's awesome. I'm so glad that they're doing that.
Yeah, everything's pretty well going USB-C,
yeah.
which
Waiting
I
for
believe
Apple to go there on their phones.
I actually think the 12 is supposed to go there, but we'll cover that another day.
Later episodes.
Yeah, and the PS4 controller actually had the USB-C cable as well on the bottom of it.
On the which one? Sorry, I was
the PS4 one.
okay. Yeah.
Had USB-C on the bottom as well, but also USB micro on the top.
Yeah. I couldn't find too much on the charging of the Xbox controllers. I'm assuming it's going to be same AA batteries, or possibly they might still have the rechargeables. I think that's a aftermarket thing, but honestly, it's kind of whatever.
When is Xbox going to get rid of the AA batteries?
I don't know, man. I am sick of it. That's why I have paddles on mine, and it works as a wired controller, which is awesome because batteries and controllers just they're awful.
Yeah,
I really don't like them.
Yeah, I find it crazy that they're still running batteries.
Yeah, come on, Xbox, catch up with PlayStation. I never thought I would say that.
So that's the controllers. They're pretty cool. I'm in love with the thicker style of the PlayStation controller. I mean, it's kind of a little bit like Xbox style controller, but I love that the joysticks are still where they belong.
Right.
At the bottom center of the controller, not one bottom right, one top.
Yeah.
So doesn't make sense in my world, but
dude, that was my biggest complaint with the PlayStation 3 controllers, and that kind of carried over to the PlayStation 4, is that the controllers were just so thin. Taller guy, have larger hands. The tiny little the PlayStation controllers just didn't fit, which was just very difficult whenever all my friends have PlayStation, because they're weird and they like PlayStation.
Yeah, and so actually, I I bought a case for kind of with longer triggers,
Oh
raised with longer triggers and a thicker case, so it would actually felt thicker, more like a SCUF controller.
Okay, yeah. Dude, I almost bought a SCUF controller. They're as well fairly awesome.
The SCUF controller was $120, and I bought an $8 case, and I was happy.
Yeah, SCUF controllers, they're awesome, but they are just so expensive.
Yeah, they really are. I'm interested to see what they do with the new consoles and controllers on those.
Yeah.
But those won't come out until those developers can get their hands on an actual product.
Yeah. Also, the adaptive triggers, I really, really enjoy that. That's probably one of the best things of the PlayStation 5. It's just awesome, man. It's seriously awesome. And
Yeah,
and also, PlayStation VR carries over, which is awesome. It's not a PS4 specific.
that's I did not know that. I didn't
Yeah.
I did not VR carries is compatible with PS5 as well.
Yep. And also the Xbox One's your controllers and stuff, they are forward compatible with your Series X and S.
Nice.
Yeah.
You upgrade, you got a couple spares when you smash it on the couch.
From the ones you smash. Yeah. Well, because that's the biggest issue with the new consoles. Anytime you upgrade, you have to deal with buying new controllers.
Yeah.
That's always a very annoying thing we always have to deal with. And
actually, I've only ever actually had to buy one spare controller. That's because I traveled. I used to travel with my PS4, and then I was carrying it in. I was carrying it in a little like travel bag.
Yeah.
Tripped up on a staircase at the airport. My PlayStation down the stairs, and my controller was all kinds of wobbly. So,
rest in peace, PlayStation 4.
Yep. So actually, I didn't actually have to replace it. I mean, it still rattles on the inside, but the battery dies. Really wrong with it. Battery dies within a second. Basically, it's a wired controller now.
It's not wired, but if it's not, it's dead.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got about 15 minutes left.
Yep. Let's go into our final question.
Well, let's go into. We promised the people we'd talk about the PCs. Let's give the people what they.
Oh yes, we completely forgot about our PCs. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very sorry.
So your average gaming computer that you would need to run minimum specs to flawlessly kind of run your gaming is probably going to run you anywhere between $800 to $1,200 from store to. I mean, you can get there's the ones out there for $500, $600, $700.
And we're talking pre-built, correct?
Yeah, pre-built.
Okay, pre-built.
Pre-built out, open out of box, sealed box. You open, pick it up from Best Buy or wherever you want to go.
I will say this: never buy pre-builts. You didn't hear this from me, but they are a bit of a scam. They just don't. They're just stuff is just gonna die, and they're really weird.
They get you the right stuff that says the right things. Your i7s, all of the things you need. But
then you come to power supply and the actual brand of RAM and your motherboard. That's where they get you with that. Is they'll just buy a super cheap motherboard and power supply, and that shorts, and now you're dead. Your PC's dead. You can't stream, can't play new games.
Yeah, so on that's our low end of the spectrum with minimum specs of the gaming PC. If you absolutely had to go to the store, pick something up out of box, and then salvage what you got out of there and upgrade some stuff, you're looking at about close to $1,000 to get a gaming PC. But then again, like you said, instead of buying a console every 5 years, you just upgrade a part here or there, and daily maintenance, clean it, cool it, and upgrade the OS whenever a new one comes out, and you're streamlining.
Yeah.
So
The PCs are just. My phone just died. They're just generally a lot better long run. Yes, you're gonna invest maybe $2,000 in the beginning, but you're gonna come out with a amazing build.
in theory, you should be able to have that. Yeah, in theory, you should be able to have that for 10, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the long run, long haul, and it's not just, you can use it for more than just playing games. You can
exactly.
and if you look at it as a streamer, as a game streamer, you don't have you're not getting a capture card. You're not doing any kinds of extra crazy stuff to get that console image to a PC anyways to stream.
Yeah, it's awesome. That is why a lot of streamers are PC from what I've seen, because you set up OBS, you set up your mic, webcam, green screen, all this stuff. If you're already into the streaming or media production, you do that and you go. You pop in your stream key, you're good. You aren't dealing with capture cards and so let's say you're a PlayStation gamer. You can't listen to your party and talk to them if you're using a capture card, because it doesn't work like that. That's just an issue. And from the PS4, I'm not sure if that actually got fixed in the PS5. That's a different story,
And that's something we need to find out and come back to.
Yeah.
So,
maybe once it actually drops, maybe that'll be a thing for that.
Yeah, it'll be in a forum somewhere.
Yeah.
So then, so if we're talking custom building PC, you build it from the ground up, every case, motherboard, RAM, processor, everything, whole 9 yards. You're probably in the better scope of $2,000.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah, and that is, you can get a really good build if you shop smart. Like that's a really big thing about this kind of stuff. Shop smart. Don't just say, okay, this is what I need.
Hey, I need this, and click and buy the first. Yeah, don't just buy the first thing you need.
Cross check. Like I normally, anytime I'm building anything or upgrading, PC part picker. That's my go-to. Because it'll give you different prices. It'll actually tell you if everything is compatible, which is just awesome. And you can make lists, so if you build stuff for people, you can just say, here's a list of stuff, and this would give you this. Okay, sorry.
Nice. So
completely off topic.
Yeah, so maybe next week, maybe we just kind of talk through. It might be a little bit shorter episode next week, but we get some hot tech. We touch on our hot tech for next week, and then we just sit down and we build out a PC and see what it looks like and get an exact cost.
Yeah.
So shoot us a comment, shoot us a message.
A message in chat.
Message, comment if you want to see us do that next week, where we just basically build out a PC next week and see it, and on our feedback, we'll probably make that happen.
Yeah.
Well, physically make it, but on paper we can definitely draw it out and get some pricing. Yeah. If you're interested in building a PC, we can kind of tell you what we would recommend.
Yeah.
So
I would definitely toss at least a 3070 in there.
Oh yeah. So
because they're dirt cheap, man. That's just awesome. I'm happy about that.
Yeah. So all right, Jay. I think it's about time to roll into our last question. Yeah. So each episode we kind of like to ask where do we see this tech or what we're talking about in the next 5 years, and going off of some previous things. The PS5, I'm saying this thing's probably got 5 years. I'm saying these consoles are going to be what the gaming consoles are for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
In 5 years, 5 years they'll release a new one.
Yep.
The PS4 had quite a run. PS4 came out in 2013, 7 years and I believe Xbox
It's been like 7 years as well, I think.
Yeah, yeah, that was the same time. 2013 came out, so 7 years. These consoles have been the consoles. I know I've had for five. I've had my console, mine for 5 years.
Yeah, I think I've had
So
mine for like 4. I think I got it for like my 10th birthday or something.
yeah.
Because my parents were jerks about it whenever we got it, because they were like, "Oh yeah, I just want to go check something at GameStop," and we went and got one, which is just sweet. And then my dad instantly went home and played Titanfall 2 because I wanted to play Titanfall 2.
Yeah. So yeah, I think these are going to be the consoles for at least 5 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, depending on what happened, depending on what comes out, what tech we've got in the next 5 years. But the PS4 and Xbox One had a good 7 year run, and we're ready to upgrade. So
Yeah. I think people are ready. I really think that the actual like game industry is I think that's like the driving cause of new consoles to come out, because newer, better games need newer and better tech,
right, exactly,
and that's why PC's better.
not doubting it, but we'll see where we'll
Yep.
where we think the PC tech's going to be in the next 5 years for next episode.
All right, yeah.
So, but that wraps it up for the Tech of Things podcast this week, guys. Again, apologies for the audio errors at the beginning. Hope you guys that were watching live stuck it out long enough for us to get it fixed, and thank you to whoever it was that
was Worded Star.
Worded Star, you're the man.
Thanks, Worded. Girl.
Woman, girl.
Female person of this current universe.
You're awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for through the realness of issues.
Yeah, this is definitely the realness of streaming and fails, because
we were
someone
beyond
totally
there.
didn't wait until the last minute because they were at church until like 2:00 in the morning last night, working on anything to set up the stream or anything. Totally didn't.
Yeah. So we've busy, and we've been nervous for this first live stream.
Yeah.
I'd say
that very well.
It can only get better from here, right, Jay?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, all right, everybody. Well, we appreciate you. Like, share, comment, tweet us, message us, do all kinds of crazy things.
Do all the stuff. Twitter is gonna be at the Tech of Thing 1. Go check out jam.church. And the song, which is on screen which is our theme song thing. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and hope you have an amazing night, guys.
All right, everybody, take care. We'll see you